I mean, like, I, I, hmm, I don't mind streaming right now, but like, I'd say the main reason I'm streaming is because I did tell people that I would stream today, and also there's a balance change post that I wanted to go through. You know, there's a lot of things resulting in why I stream today versus not streaming today. That is. Hello, Sky Gods. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I might as well get into the thing that I started this stream for. The balance changes. Or maybe should I wait for people to come into the stream? I don't know. And also, I didn't have a good title for this stream either. It was literally like, because I used my like last stream was a fucking banger of a title. I mean, like I don't really, it doesn't really worry. I don't need to worry about titles. It's not gonna like change drastically the amount of people that show up to the stream, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know. YouTube works in mysterious ways, but you know, it doesn't seem at least to have any impact. But I like titling things that sound cool, right? I do like that because it kind of makes the stream a little bit more like, you know, there's a an outstanding factor. Like this, not many people have a maxed out Heart of the Mountain tree, but your boy does. So I can put that in my title and it not be clickbait. Whereas other people can't do that. Not a lot of people can not clickbait that. So there you go. Yeah, I think I'll wait for people to get into the stream before I I start talking about the balance changes. And because this is a stream, like a lot of YouTubers do videos on it, and therefore they, you know, the video can't go on forever, and there's not a live interaction between people like there is with a live stream. So I think reading balance changes live is quite interesting because like you can say things, like you can say alternatives because this isn't like definitive balance changes. This isn't like, oh, this is going to be implemented today, you know, this is what we've decided is going to happen. They said in their post, which I swear to God, people on the forums, on YouTube, they don't fucking read. Literally, like, people just don't read. And, like, they see the title of a post and then they immediately are like, you know, they're they're doing this when they're not actually doing that, for example. What mithril leaderboard are you? I am not very high on the mithril leaderboards. I have a feeling it's because I'm in a co-op and co-ops get nerfed. I have a feeling that's the reason. Because, like, you know, the amount of time that I've mined mithril is kind of in line with people who have mined, like, 40 million mithril collection. And I've heard that, like, if you're in a co-op, you get a fourth of the amount of collection you usually do because otherwise co-ops would, you know, get to, you know, they would max out the collections a lot quicker than other people, so, you know, they get nerfed to compensate. But I'm in a co-op where I'm the only active player, and yeah, so that is unfortunate for your boy, who has nerfed mithril collection rates. But it is what it is, you know. I don't really care about my place in the mithril collection. I mean, I mean, it's kind of cool to be up there, but like, I'm nowhere near. I'm not gonna get number one because I am being handicapped, so I don't think it's in my best interest to even try to go for number one when literally other people on solo profiles are, you know, multiple times more efficient than me because they're in a solo. I mean, that's actually, I don't even know that's confirmed, but I mean, do I need confirmation if raw data pretty much confirms pretty much confirms the theory, because that's what science is, right? Science, we don't like, we don't have like if real life is a simulation, we don't have the source code. So, all we can do is make educated guesses on things. And technically science is just a bunch of people making really good educated guesses. I mean, guess, I don't know if guess is the correct wording for it, but they people introduce hypotheses, the scientific method. I actually don't, but the opinions of scientists can change, and I think that's definitely what separates scientists from, or science from religion, is that science changes its beliefs a lot of the time, and without hesitation, if the evidence is there to back it up. And yeah, that do be science, that really do be science. But yeah, that's how science and religion are different, other than the obvious. What other ways are science and religion different? See, science and religion, do they have many similarities? That's an interesting point. Does science and religion have many similarities? I mean, I guess people believe in science to a degree, right? How did you get so much mithril powder? Because I don't upgrade anything in the heart of the mountain tree anymore, so I don't spend it. So yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? Because I don't spend the mithril powder anymore, so you get to see how much mithril powder I get in the amount of time that I mine. Or between streams, or I don't know. I mean, another thing is I've been mining quite a bit because I set aside time to mine during coal, so that's a thing. It's a pain grinding for it. Yeah, I feel you. I wish I could I wish I could sell my mithril powder. That would be really cool. I don't think you should be able to, but it'd be nice if I could, and it'd be nice if I could give. If it'd be really cool if I could actually just give it to other people instead of selling it as well. Imagine if I could just give mithril powder. Wait, is that like IRL trading if I give people mithril powder to watch the stream? I guess it's like doing a giveaway. That's doing a giveaway to advertise something. So yeah, that is actually bannable. But yeah, I think I would just give away mithril powder regardless, though. I don't need mithril powder anymore, so it'd be great to give it to people to, you know, so that they can mine better, so they don't have to mine as much. It's kind of an interesting thing, right? Because it technically means they have to mine less for the same reward, but does that mean they'll mine more because they want a higher reward, because they got more, you know, they got more levels in whatever the fuck they wanted to do with the mithril powder? And that's actually another thing as well, right? Even if I gave mithril powder away, like 800k split between enough people will go really quickly, you know? Split that between 10 people and it's only 80,000 per, and 80,000 per is not considerably that much. I mean, for like someone who doesn't do like 80,000 mithril powder is probably a decent amount for people who like sweat mining. Like, it's a decent amount, I'd say. For people who don't do any mining, it's probably like, damn, that's quite a lot of mithril powder. For, you know, someone just starting out, that's... Even still, that's like... It's not a game-changing amount of mithril powder. Maybe like 1 million is, but... I don't know. Well, for me, I'm only starting to do dungeons because I bought the better gear. Oh, actually, yeah, Like, I would be interested in doing dungeons, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Like, the balance changes, which I will get into, but I do want to wait for other people to come as well, because like if Pleased Wheat, Freaksy, those lot. I mean, they may not actually come at all now that I think about it. Wait, is Discord showing that I'm streaming? It's not, but I don't want to take the chance actually. I'd rather not uni people find out that I stream hypixel skyblock. But I actually do like the changes they've done. I mean, it's not like it doesn't change any gameplay of dungeons. Actually, no, it does technically with the Hyperion nerfs. They nerfed Hyperion quite a bit. Or it's proposals nerfed, by the way. It's not, this isn't happening, right this second. These are proposals for what they think they should implement. I don't know. If you think I'm doing dungeons with terrible gear, then you're mistaken. So I'd say if I had better gear, I'd grind more. Fair enough. But would you though? That's the thing. You never know until you test it. You never know. But you probably would. I don't know. Because Wither Impact went from 10 blocks to 6. Yeah, that is not. Wait, didn't they do other things? Or is it just the range? No, it is just the range on that. I thought they did something else with the ability. I mean, they did actually make a second edit saying that they were, like instead of taking it down from 10 to 6, they were like, oh, what about 10 to 8? But then the amount that you teleport by reduces the amount of damage, sort of thing. So like if you teleport but it's far away, then you do less damage. Which, I don't know. I think it's like Hyperion is such a weird weapon because like it doesn't seem balanceable. It seems like its entire purpose is for you to teleport through a dungeon while killing everything. Like that doesn't, how do you balance that? I don't get it. It doesn't, it's a very weird weapon. In terms of balancing, like it makes sense for the type of dungeons that Dungeons is, right? Dungeons is a speed run to the boss. You kill the boss, then you repeat the speed run. Like Dungeons is not an any percent actually. It's a S plus percent, but it's a 305 score. Is it 305 or is it 300? I think it's 300 actually. Whatever. It's an S plus speed run. That's what Dungeons is. And I don't like that it is that. It doesn't. You should buy Hyperion. Yeah, I mean it might be a good idea too because they've announced that it will be nerfed. They're lower in price now because people are selling them because they're going to be nerfed. But I don't know. I don't want to buy something that is that expensive when the admins are still balancing it. It's a lot of money, and I don't like. The thing is, a lot of money. I wouldn't get any use out of it because I don't do dungeons, and it's also extremely unstable. So I don't think I will, even though I can afford it. I mean, everything in Skyblock is very unstable compared to, things that are not unstable. But that doesn't mean that you can't invest in it. Like you guys should all invest in enchanted gunpowder. Or is it enchanted gunpowder? Actually, that's something I want to talk about. Hello, Floshad. How much would you say a decent mining setup would cost? I think the price of a max drill has gone down quite a lot because it takes a lot of titanium, and titanium has been going down quite a bit because a lot of people mining, more titanium in the market, more supply, same demand, price goes down, economics and that. But I have no idea what the price of a drill is. I don't know the price of any of the mining things. I just mine. I don't really, buy anything. I haven't bought anything for mining recently because like this, in the grand scheme of things, mining doesn't have a lot of things for you to buy, like an armor set, a pet, and a drill, and a talisman. That's pretty much it. Whereas combat, which to be fair is the main focus of the game, uh, they have multiple weapons, multiple bows, multiple armor sets. Well, actually, no, mining does have multiple armor sets, but like, combat is a much more heavily focused thing, but that's understandable. It's because like, it's the main focus of the game. Is where most people's attention is. Hypixel Skyblock isn't a prison server, although the Dwarven Mines technically has a lot of features from it. It could be considered the mini prison server inside of a larger actual Hypixel Skyblock game mode. It's the mini, it's the mini prison server that they own. Also, thank you, Jet, Zan Uwu for following on Twitch. I hope I said your name right. I don't know how to pronounce the J with the X. Skyblock isn't a prison server, it's a prison. Well, if you treat it like a job, then you're not going to enjoy it, That's the thing, right? Is that like... Oh, actually, I wrote this down because this is a really interesting stream topic. And I've actually... I usually do this, but I also don't... No, I do. I write down stream things that I want to talk about during stream. I don't think I have come up with as many ideas as I have in the past. But I think the ideas that I came up then, I just was like, yeah, that's kind of an interesting topic. But then, oh god, what is that? Fucking fly, bruh. Okay, it is gone now. But yeah, I think back in the day, I don't think I was as good as going on tangents and talking at length about a subject, whereas I'd just be like, I'd talk about like the main thing I wanted to talk about it, like, oh, this one point, and then I would have thought I would be like, oh, I'd be able to come up with something else to talk about that same topic, but then because I didn't write it down, I mean, I wasn't able to continue with it, because for some reason my brain not worky back in the day. But I think I'm definitely getting better at it. Is there a maximum mining speed? I mean, yeah, technically it's finite, like you can only get so much mining speed from the items that the admins give you. But if there was if you could get like infinite intelligence, for example, some bug, then you could get infinite mining speed through the goblin set. So technically there is no limit. There's also no limit. Actually, wait, no, there's technically a limit in how fast you can break blocks. This is a Minecraft limit, not a server imposed one. Fastest you can mine a block is in 1 tick, because that's like as much as they can do with programming or whatever, as much as they can mod the game however they like. I highly doubt that they have any way of increasing Minecraft's default tick speed, nor is that a good idea to do that, because I mean Minecraft is not as performant as people would like it to be as it is, let alone increasing the tick speed, which I mean, fucking most servers don't run at 20 TPS all the time anyway. I notice you're really good at running out of things to say, lol. Well, yeah, that is a problem that I do want to fix. And I didn't have that last stream, but I think the stream before that one, I did have that problem. So, I mean, I'm getting better, at least, perhaps, maybe. I think one of the main problems is that, like, I think I think I'm pretty good at going on tangents about something, but the problem is if I like break off on some other tangent during one tangent, then if I don't like think about the original one enough, then I'll forget it. And then if that was like the main point, then it's kind of fucked because then I'm like, oh, okay, so I finished that, branch of what I was trying to say. But then if I've forgotten the main thing, I'm like, fuck, what was I talking about? And then, you know, because like no one usually like responds in a way that would remind me of what I was talking about. Usually I forget the thing, so it is what it is. I mean, it kind of just happened there. Or did it? No, I think I just ended the point there. And not, I'm saying you can keep a conversation well. Well, that's good to know. I think is also pretty good because like in the stream you don't have any limits on what you can say other than things that are socially unacceptable. And what is socially unacceptable anyway? I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want. Am I right, chat? Or am I right, chat? But yeah, there's a lot of things that society will be like, hey, no, you can't say that. And I disagree. I'm just kidding. There's probably some things that you shouldn't say. But technically, in your mind, you can think, like, is thinking pretty much the same as saying things, but then no one hears it, right? So you can think whatever thoughts you want in your mind, and no one in society can stop you from doing that. And that is a nice thing that I think is pretty cool. And actually one thing as well is that like one topic that IBX Toycat has talked about in his streams before, and it's kind of one of those like age-old things, is like, do you have free will? I had a mini heart attack when they said Soul Whip wouldn't work on ghosts after I spent 22 mil and 3 hours fishing straight, 3 hours too many. They did revert that one, which is surprising because like a lot of people also don't like the fact that the tiger pet got nerfed. And I thought, doubling ferocity is ridiculous for a pet to do. That's like that's mad. Doubling any stat? I don't think any other thing in the game doubles a stat. But then again, you don't get ferocity from a lot of places, so you don't generally have it going. Like, the thing is with hypixel, right, is that they implement way too many multipliers. Because, like, hypixel will implement a thing that multiplies something else, right? Like, for example, superior armor gives 5% plus base, 5% stats. Well, if you want to one-up superior in the future, then either you need to make it so the base, you need some big power creep for that. Otherwise, superior is going to be better than that new armor set that you want everyone to use, right? Or you have to implement some other fucking bullshit, which is probably not going to go down well. But either you have to like make it so that the new armor sets give you plus 10% base stats, right? Or, or the armor set that the new armor set that you're introducing, technically, eventually with the things that buff the character outside of that armor set, superior would be better because it has a multiplier. Multiplying everything outside of just the armor is a lot more powerful than people realize, I think. But then again, it's 5%, It's kind of like Frozen Blaze. It has a 1.4 times multiplier on whatever stat you can get on the armor. So if they give you something that increases a stat on your armor, like, I think, does Big Brain 5 actually, like, give it... Does, like, the Frozen Blaze pet work with Big Brain, so you get 1.4 times more on the 25 intelligence from Big Brain 5? Because if so, that kind of like, that's what I mean with my point there. They really messed up with farming multipliers. Well, it's a new change. It's a change of the system, and if the rates are different, then people will complain. But I don't know. They said it was because, elephant was better than it should have been. I don't know, man. Because in theory, on average, 10 separate chances to multiply the output of your item by 2 should be the same as a guaranteed. See, okay, 10 1% chances for doubling your item drop should be the same as a 10% chance to double your item drop. I think I said that right. And that's kind of... Isn't that kind of what they've done? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably fucking up. Whatever, but like, in theory, mathematically, I'm pretty sure the way that they've done it, it shouldn't be different. But it is, because maybe it was bugged in some way. I don't know. Maybe they didn't account for other things that give you more double drop chance, but they didn't notice it. It's hard to say. Hard to say. I haven't been in the farming space in quite a while. Good few months, I would say. There was something I was talking about before, but now I've completely lost it. And I feel like people were probably wanting to hear what I had to say on it. I don't know. Maybe I should go into... I'll read the chat, but maybe I should go into the actual balance changes then. But yeah, I'll read the chat first, I'll say. What? Whatever. What mining level am I? I am mining 60, silver burmester. Oh yeah, 3 hours before the update, I bought a tiger pet and werewolf. Oof. You were talking about Big Brain 5. Nah, I finished my multiplication instead of addition. Yeah, I finished my points on those. It was before that. Hello, Ondrej Sedivi. Hopefully I said your name right. It was much before that, I think, though, Shelter. It was like around the time I was talking about when I was like up here talking about something. Oh shit, yeah, I've definitely forgotten about it. So, instead of me trying to remember that thing that I've forgotten about, which generally doesn't work unless you remember about it in like the next few minutes, I'm just gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna talk about the new balance changes that the admins are going to be, or that the admins are thinking about implementing. Let's go. The baby kind of let's go moment. Let's go. Do you think the titanium drill tier 3 is worth it over tier 2? And I don't know if I should get it. I think, for now, if you don't mine a lot, then it's probably not worth it. If you do mine enough, I don't know how much is enough though, right? But the thing is, the price of the drill is still going to drop because titanium isn't at 20 coins yet. But if it was at 20 coins, if titanium goes down to 20 coins per, I have no trouble recommending the tier 3 drill because it most likely won't go down in price anymore. But the titanium part of the drill will still go down in price because people are still selling titanium. If you look at the price of enchanted titanium, this was at 18k yesterday. There's a 3k difference. This is actually probably good to flip, by the way. So if you do want to flip, this is probably quite good for money. You probably won't get many people buying your sell offers though. So I don't know. But yeah, maybe wait for titanium to go down to 20 coins. The problem with the elephant pet is before you had 400 farming fortune, you would get 50% for double, but now you just get 180, which would be 20 less. Uh, yeah, it's a sticky one still. They, the thing is though, right? People are going to complain if their rates don't match up with what it was before, and the admins know that it got nerfed because they buffed the elephant pet, and they said this should be, from their testing, it should be in line with what it used to be before, and people, I think 30 said it was still a slight nerf. I can't remember. I'm not too much into farming, so don't take my word on this one too much. But I don't know, man. Maybe they wanted to nerf it anyway. Maybe they thought it was just. To be honest, I think farming was a bit too OP anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's no harm in not buffing it enough if it was already too OP. But actually, the nice thing, I guess, in like the current landscape of skyblock is that if you like mining, you you pretty much make. I mean, actually, mining is, I think, the best money making method now, other than like floor 7 dungeons. I don't know, but mining is really good for money. Farming is really good for money. Uh, Floor 7 dungeons, which I guess is combat, is really good for money. Slayer, is that good for money? Probably not. I don't think Slayer would ever be like a really good thing for money because it costs money to do them, so surely it shouldn't. But yeah, foraging, fishing, and alchemy are the next things that they need to work on in terms of skills. But as I said before, I don't think they should really just not with skills. Like work on work on something different, maybe. I don't know. The thing is, they've started working on um on updating every skill. So maybe I think that like I don't think they should switch over to something else entirely if their plan is to go through every skill now, because it would make sense to at least go through all the skills, have them, have them get updates, and then after that, then they can start focusing on something else like, maybe a new floor of dungeons that isn't anything like the catacombs. That would be great. Or, maybe a new combat island. I don't know, 30 fucking is would love it if there was a combat island that gave him content. If admins were more clear, people wouldn't have been as angry. They said it would be like pre-dwarven mines, then left the nerf after about a week or two of silence on the subject. Yeah, I think they still really do have a problem with communication on. I mean, they don't communicate enough. Although, to be fair, at least they have communicated on um, the mod situation. They replied to people, which is good. If they just hadn't said anything, that would have just been like a big thing for people to point at, saying like you need better communication. But at least they responded, right? As well as the balance changes thing. But I mean, like, if they didn't respond at all for that, that would be very dumb, because that's like the whole fucking point of the thread. That was one thing as well. Like, someone replied with like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, admins should take feedback before implementing changes like this. And Jay Overman rightly replied, "That's the whole fucking point of the post." Oh, that was funny. I love that. That was brilliant. I love that series of events have occurred. Someone just getting fucking someone just not read. That's just a big thing, telling you that people don't read posts. They just don't before commenting. God damn it. Ghost is pretty good for money too if you have Scavenger 5. But why? Why Scavenger 5? You know how Scavenger works. Like Scavenger 4 is only zero point 0.3 coins less than Scavenger 5, and it costs an order of magnitude less money. I mean, yeah, it is an extra zero point 0.3, but why? Why? if you divide 15 million coins by 0.3, you get 50 million mobs you would have to kill for it to pay itself off versus using Scavenger 4. Why? No, like, it's pretty much only for the flex, surely. Surely, man. I mean, I guess if you do kill those 50 million mobs, you do get 0.3 more coins per kill. But you don't really get that many kills. Like, you would, on average, get 50 Phoenix pets. Of any rarity. You would get, on average, 50 Phoenix pets before you pay yourself off with Scavenger 5. Versus using Scavenger 4, by the way, not just the raw cost of Scavenger 5. That's pretty mad. Yeah, I should probably go on with the fucking proposed balance changes. Let's have a discussion, a little bit of a talk about these balance changes. Let's have a go. I should probably no, but it's per monster level. Wait a second. Have I just not read things? Wait, it's per monster? Oh my, I just can't read, can I? And Ghost Light level 300. Okay, yeah, that makes a big difference. That's a... yeah, okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Maybe I should just read before I start making these statements. Maybe I should. But okay, that is very good. Per monster level on kill. God damn, I need to... bruh, I need to read. I need to read. Like, it would still take a while to pay off, though. Just saying. What is actually 0.3 times 300? I should probably know. Point 3 times 300 is 90. So yeah, it's 90 extra coins per kill. Fair enough. They made Soul Whip not work on ghosts, bruh. Wait, didn't they revert that change specifically? Yeah, they said, you know, you need to kill 150,000 mobs for it to pay off, but you kill a lot of ghosts. 150,000 is a lot more reasonable, although definitely a lot harder to do than what it would be with Scavenger 4. But I didn't know it was per monster level. Jesus. Enchants. Enchant. Does it say it here? Because sometimes the description, by the way, in NEU is off from what it is in actual hypixel. Yeah, they said it would work, but they find another way to nerf it. Yeah, that is what they said about it. Diddy Day Trick. They're most likely not gonna remove Soul Whip's ability for doing ghosts. What am I looking for? Scavenger. Yeah, but it is per monster level on kill. That is something I did not know. I'm glad that I know that. Scavenger 5 is actually a lot better than I thought. So yeah, what is that? 90 coins, so 15 million divided by 90, as you say, is actually 166 recurring 1,000 kills, which is a lot. But that's versus Scavenger 4 as well. I'm just happy they're making Summoning Eyes a 50% chance now. Wait, what? Huh? Where's that? This is probably cap. I'm probably being massively debated right now. I have a feeling I've just been debated. Massively debated. Anyway, I'm just gonna start reading the changes. Bone meringues have been nerfed. Let's go. Bone meringues have been yeeted, destroyed, fucking, sent into the sun. I don't know. I feel like... Okay, the actual nerf changed base damage from 200 to 270 from 320. And although that is a quite significant nerf in terms of damage, that is, what is that? 50 damage, which is quite a lot, to be fair. I don't think that will change much, because the thing that makes bone meringues overpowered is that you can use like fucking, 7 of them at once. Actually, you can technically use 8 of them at once. And with macros that becomes actually feasible, but obviously bannable. But yeah, I think that's the main thing with bone meringues though, is that you can technically just get 8 times your damage using bone meringues. And also the fact that they double their damage on return. It just seems kind of broken as a weapon in general. I don't know how much, I don't know how much the minus 50% damage is gonna do. But I guess we'll see. It is less damage, but I think that people probably won't be too mad about if they did. If they remove the double damage when coming back. If they remove the double damage when coming back, that would actually be a very significant nerf. And probably, that would probably be quite suitable, considering you can use like 5 of them at once, basically quintupling your damage. The new game mode looks good. What do you mean the new game mode? New game mode. They should just make it 50% damage when coming back. I think they should just remove it altogether. It's overpowered, like, that you can use 5 of them at the same time. I mean, you can technically use 8 of them at the same time, but most people will use like 5 of them. Sandbox. Where are you getting this information? Are they just like releasing things left, right, and center? First they come up with the, update to disallowed modifications. That now you're telling me that they got a fucking sandbox mode coming out? God damn. Or are you talking about like... was it Blue Commander's thing? I feel so bad for Rage Train with the bone meringue nerf. Did he buy a whole bunch of bone meringues then? If so, that is a big F for him. I mean, it's kind of a big F for like 30 Virus as well, because like he bought a Soul Whip. Oh, actually no, they said they're not going to do the Soul Whip thing, so it's only an L for him because he got the... There was a few things, wasn't it? It was like the Soul Whip, there was something else, and the Tiger Pet. I think the Tiger Pet nerf oh, actually, what do I think about the Tiger Pet nerf? It's still a... I think doubling your ferocity is ridiculous. Even plus 50% ferocity is ridiculous, but it wasn't like a pet that you used for damage for a lot of things. Like, not a lot of people, I think, used even a tiger, did they? I don't even know. Basically, he has an Iron Man series where he spent like 100 hours grinding 4 maxed bones so he could do a floor 7 run, and then it gets nerfed as he finishes it. As he finished it. Actually, more than 100 hours. Oh my god. Jesus. They did say they would nerf Zorro farming in some way, though. Really? This is why I need to read the post. Like, I haven't read it, I've just heard... I've seen I've listened to 30 Virus when he read through the post. So there's there's a level of separation from the medium there. Maybe he just like glosses over certain things. That's what a lot of people do. I've heard a lot of YouTubers, Undertaker, which I watch a lot of his content because, I mean, it's mining content, and your boy does mining all day. Of course I'm gonna watch someone like pretty much the only YouTuber who does like mining type things. Of course I'm gonna watch him. But yeah. There was a comment, something about damage going down after the soul whip pierces 3 mobs. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was like the edit that they said about the soul whip, that they wouldn't remove it, doing a thing, or it remove it dealing damage to ghosts, but they would make it so that it doesn't pierce as many mobs. Because YouTube complained. They're removing stereo pants ability? Okay. Are you just... You chatting shit, my guy. Chatting absolute shit. I really do need to read so I can tell what people are chatting shit about. So what was it? No. I'm gonna do my first ever dark auction on Iron Man. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, the buffs to the bows. Last Breath got buffed from 180 damage to 200, and they added 50 extra critical damage. And the ability now removes 10% defense but hit up to 50%. The defense thing, what mobs have a lot of defense? It's just you can't tell how much defense mobs have. Like, you can tell exactly how much health they have. It tells you above their it tells you in their name, but it doesn't say how much defense they have. So you really don't know. And not a lot of things have so much defense to where you need a thing that penetrates defense. Which there are things that do that, by the way. I mean, lethality, isn't that a thing with lethality? I don't know. They added mining 70. Okay, now I know you're just chatting shit. At least there's confirmation now. Can I pay you to level up my wither skeleton? No. I'm not doing that. Other than the Last Breath, they buffed the mosquito bow, and I'm thinking about actually crafting a mosquito bow because I do have one. So I had a little bit of a panic there. I was like, wait, I had in one of these backpacks. I do have a digested mosquito. I mean, to be fair, it's like more than a digested. It's probably mostly tarantula silk in cost. That's a lot of tarantula silk. How much is that? 192. Where is it? Oh my god, that is like 1 billion, right? Surely that's like 1 billion. Okay, never mind. It's only 19 mil. But even still, that's quite a lot of that. That's quite a lot of money. And isn't magma bow better than the digested mosquito? I mean, the fucking mosquito, but I can't fucking speak. But isn't fucking magma bow better than the mosquito bow? So it's like, even with the buff, is it still better? Because that's the thing. That's another thing. When I was talking about damage multipliers, magma bow, its stats 100 damage, 100 strength, nothing compared to the mosquito bow, but because it has that double damage thing, that's why it's the best in the game. It doubles your damage, and the only way that the mosquito bow would be able to do better, other than its base better stats, is for it to have also a multiplier on its damage. Mouse just derping there. Removing ability damage. You can purchase coins 1 cent for a bill. Adding Money Hound, which wipes your profile 1/a build chance every hour. 1 out of 1 billion. Oh god. All mayors are permanent, including Derpy, sadly. Just fuck the auction house. The auction house is gone, Crabbrave. You know what? Take the bazaar as well. Take the fucking server along with it. Server's gone. No more server. Imagine the server, actually. Imagine, no, not a server. Imagine a mayor that just fucking closed skyblock. God damn it. You know that's like, that's something where like someone on the forums or the subreddit has probably made like that as a post, and has actually put like effort into making it look official and that. Do you think you'll ever do an Iron Man? You see, the reason I don't play on my Iron Man is because I don't have the time for it when I'm spending all my time mining, my guy. Like, mining takes a long time and doesn't leave you a lot of time to do Iron Man profiles. But I don't know. The thing is, like, I would do more things in my Iron Man, but I I'm not I'm not a person that if Skyblock reset, I would play. Like if Skyblock reset, I'm out. Fucking, I'm a head out. Fucking good night, girl. See you tomorrow. Heading out, type beat. Um, but yeah, I would not play hypixel Skyblock if hypixel Skyblock reset. So that is like one of the. I kind of would give you a little bit of an indication that like Iron Man, like it is actually not too bad. Iron Man, right? It's pretty good, pretty epic, pretty gaming. But I don't like the fact that I don't have anything, and that's kind of the point of Iron Man. But hmm. It's kind of good, but also I don't like being so, not having anything. Maybe if I spent more time in it, I would enjoy it more because I actually would have things. And like my only goal for that Iron Man, I think, is to get summoning eyes and do a dragon, because that would be the only profile that I would do dragons on, because like they're not profitable on, um, they're not profitable. But in Iron Man, you don't care about profitability. You just do things because it just be like that sometimes. There's no way they'll reset because of the amount of money spent on gems. I mean, there's multiple reasons. Like even if they didn't care about that, right? Even if they didn't care about that, the amount of players that would no longer be playing if Skyblock reset. Like I would, I, I put percentages on it before, but like 99% of, I'd say like 90% of people who have sweat the game would probably leave. People who mid-sweat probably would be like a 50-50. People who just joined wouldn't give a shit, of course. In fact, they would probably enjoy it because they would have a chance of being number one in pretty much everything because no one would play. There's no way. Yeah, I already read that. Mining 60 speedrun on Iron Man. That is an interesting thing. The thing is with Iron Man for the Dwarven Mines is that you can't buy a drill. You have to make it yourself, and they put time limits on you getting items, so it's going to take a fucking long time. Which, to be fair, would make sense for me because then I could fucking mine on my main while I'm waiting for my drill to be made on the Iron Man. But I don't think I would mine that much on the Iron Man just because, like, if I'm gonna do something different, like play on an Iron Man, I'm not gonna be mining. Although I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like I mine fucking all the time on the main profile, so I wouldn't really mind too much if I had to. If I got to the point where it made sense for me to get mining 60, I wouldn't care because I mine a lot. No, no skin off my back. But I probably wouldn't do that as a main focus for the Iron Man because then I could just put that into the main profile and it would be a lot more beneficial for me to do it on the main. But yeah. So I think, yeah, about the bows though. The Last Breath I don't know if that's actually going to make it a good buff. Like, these buffs are probably not enough to beat the magma bow, right? Actually, no, it was. I'm pretty sure it was close with the magma bow, wasn't it? It was like actually quite close between the magma bow and the mosquito, or was it not? I don't remember. But I think an extra 50 strength and 30 crit damage is probably that's pretty substantial. So you never know. Mosquito bow might be close to magma bow, or maybe beat it. People will have to do tests, obviously, with their maxed out mosquito and magma bows, but I wouldn't be surprised if magma is still on top, because that double damage thing, that double damage is just going to be the main reason why it's like the best bow in skyblock for everything. Well, actually, can't you dungeonify the mosquito bow? So in dungeons it'll be probably the best bow, right? Other than, what was it, the death bow is the thing? Yeah, that's probably... It'd either be the death bow or the mosquito bow. Skyblock is a mess. Skyblock is a big mess. Not many things make sense, but you know what? If people strive to improve it, then maybe it will improve, or maybe it won't. But if it does improve, then that would be pretty cool, I guess. But that brings us to the next buff that they did. The Valkyrie. They buffed it by giving it 20 extra strength. I don't know. But I think they nerfed Mage quite a bit with this balance change, by the way. So, maybe... Like, I think once you nerf the main thing, people are going to start looking for alternatives. And I think Valkyrie wasn't too underpowered. So I think they didn't want to give it too much of a buff, because it probably, like, people might go for the... I think people might start playing other classes other than Mage. So maybe people will pick up a Valkyrie and then find out that it's like really overpowered. And if it's overpowered, then they didn't want to, you know, buff it too much. That's kind of like my reasoning for why they only buffed it by like 20 strength. Which in the grand scheme of things, 20 strength, not a lot. Especially in dungeons. Actually, no, that's another thing though. That 20 strength is going to get buffed quite a bit by your catacombs level, so maybe it's a bigger buff than I'm thinking it is. Maybe. But a lot of people seem to think that's just kind of nothing. I quit for a month and I see these crazy people scamming for dungeons items and stuff. I just watch Dragoon's videos. Yeah, I haven't watched Dragoon's videos in quite a while. Maybe I should go back to his channel and see if I still enjoy his content, but I think this happens with a lot of comedy channels, I think. Is that like, once you hear too much of their type of humor, you kind of get sick of it a bit. I think that might have been what happened with Dragoon's videos for me. I don't know. Because they were, like, when I first watched Dragoon's channel, they were fucking bangers, mate. They were fucking bangers. But then, you know, I stopped watching his stuff. So maybe I should go back and have another look. See if his channel and videos, I mean. See if his videos are popping off right now. Popping off as in hella epic and very good. Anyway, Astrea. Buff base damage. See, Astrea... What the fuck is Astrea anyway, right? Because there's a... Is it this one? No, this is the tank version of the Floor 7 swords. Cilia, I think it is. Yeah, this is supposed to be the archer one. I don't get why crit damage is associated with archers. Like, it would make a lot more sense if, like, archers got buffed crit damage. That would make a lot more sense. But because every class, you know, has a 100% crit chance, it makes no sense to have like a crit damage oriented thing when if it just increases damage, people are just going to go for the thing that does more damage, which is going to be the Valkyrie. So Cilia is just a very, very weird weapon. I don't get it. I kind of get, you know, what was the other one? Astrea, because it's giving you defense. It's not a lot of... Wait. How much defense is it? At most, it'll be 50 defense. I don't know, man. That doesn't seem very good. 50 defense. That's just not... Nah. Nah. I'm buffing it by, what is it? Australia buff base damage to 270 from 260. Base defense... Oh wait, what? Base defense from 210? Did I miss something? Oh, it has a base stat of like a shite ton of defense. I didn't see that. Okay, that's a little bit better. I can kind of see I kind of get Australia. If it's that much defense, then yeah, that's a lot better. But I don't think many... That's only if you, like, struggle in dungeons, probably. Do you think a good pet idea is a pet that gives mining fortune? I would love a pet that would give mining fortune. That would be fucking brilliant. See, if they changed the mithril golem pet to give more mining fortune against mithril, because it's a mithril golem, it's not going to give you more mining fortune against titanium, or... I mean, I guess it could work if it gave you more mining fortune against everything. But the thing is, like, powder isn't useful to me anymore. Mithril affinity, like 100 mining speed, is not that great. And danger reverse is just as a general thing for the not catacombs, the dwarven mines. So it'd be cool if they added a separate pet maybe for like mining fortune. That'd be nice. And if it gave like mining fortune as like a base stat, like this one gives true defense, this gives health and defense. It'd be really cool if it gave mining fortune as a base stat, because you would know what that means. You know what I would put on my drill as a result of that. I would do it, okay? I would do it. If they had mining fortune as a base stat on a pet, I would do it. It would take me ages to get enough money to do it. But you know what? I would do it. I would use my millions, even though I don't have enough money to afford it at the moment. I would do it. Don't test me. I will put fucking Chimera 5 on a drill. If it gives me any benefit. Any benefit at all. You know, if it was fucking 1 mining fortune, I would do it. I mean, it would mainly just to say, you know, just to say that I have Chimera 5 on a drill. But technically, I would get an extra 1% chance for double drops. Or 7 septuple drops? I don't know. Bro, you have a problem. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Favorite item in skyblock? That's a good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. Not entirely sure on that one. But anyway, let's carry on with the train of talking about skyblock items. So Astrea, more damage, more defense. Added true defense. That's actually quite interesting. You never know. One thing is that you don't know what mobs deal true damage or not. But that might be kind of interesting. I don't know. If it gives true defense, it's probably pretty good. Hell yeah. They should give tanks true defense as a thing instead of regular defense. Because, like, hold on. In dungeons, you get health as well. But you get base stats, right? You get melee damage, walk speed, which I don't know why they call it walk speed instead of just speed, because that's a stat. Maybe walk speed is different because it doesn't add it to your total speed. So technically it's like you get a little bit more speed, but it's not counted towards the speed stat. I don't know. Anyway, can I buy that grappling hook for 10 mil? You drive a hard bargain, Sean. Maybe. Maybe. You should recom your royal pigeon. I don't think I will. I like money, Sholto. I can't do it. I don't like wasting money. Mage gives... That's a lot of intelligence, oh my god. Like, imagine if Berserker gave fucking, that much strength. I mean, that much strength is a lot. That's a lot more than 360. Like, 360 strength is a lot more than 360 intelligence. And healer just gets fuck all. You don't get anything as a healer. Makash trying to figure out if it's worth it. I mean, to be fair though, it's a nice grappling hook. You just said you would put Chimera 5 on a drill. I would do it. I'll do it again. I'll put it on 2 drills. I'll put it on. I've genuinely been considering, guys. I've genuinely been considering getting a second drill, just in case I lose this drill. Just in case, like, I drop it, somehow it gets voided. I want a second drill, just in case I miss my I lose my first drill. I like drills. They're very cool. I will do it. I'll fucking do it again. I'll do it again. Fine, 15 mil. I don't know, man. 15 mil for my grappling hook. I do use it to get everywhere. Is big part of my transportation. And it's quite an expensive thing. I don't know if I don't think I would be able to afford getting another grappling hook if you pay me 15 mil for it. Not entirely sure about that one. I'll have to check into the finances of that one. I've been trying to get it for months. Oh god. See, I've actually had this I've had this hook, grappling hook, for years now, actually. That's a bit mad to think about, that I've had this grappling hook for years. It's very strange. Maybe I should recom it, just to give it the respect that it deserves for putting in all this effort. Can we get a G for the hard work that this grappling hook has been putting in through the years? It's been with us for years. It's just it does honest work. You gotta respect it. It's a good grappling hook. The Makash hook. It do be a Makash hook. Maybe I should rename it using any rename. Is that still a thing? I can just... Okay, do I rename it? And if so, what do I rename it to? And I swear to God, if you guys say, like, fucking fishing is good or something, I'm not naming it to cringe, okay? I'm not naming it to fishing. Yeah, that's right. I got fishing beef. A beef with the fishing peeps. Hell yeah. How old is it? It's very old. If only they would say how old it is. Because they actually say how old the armor sets are. It's like full set first worn, 11th of June 2020. Do I have any 2019s in here? Probably don't. I don't. That's unfortunate. You would think I would have had a few 2019s in here. Really? First worn that set on the 2nd of June? I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. I didn't get fucking Frozen Blaze in like fucking 15 days. What? See, this is just cap. Hella cap. Years. Yo, Makash hook. Oh, year old. So like 2-year-old Makash hook. Maybe. That's actually a pretty decent name. I don't like renaming things though, other than like things that make sense to be renamed, like this to Grizzly Bait. I don't know if they fixed it on their side, but NEU renamed it to Grizzly Bait. I wonder actually. I don't know. I don't know if I have changed it. You don't have any 2019s because the wardrobe wasn't out then. Probably that then. That is probably the reason. Probably a very good reason as well. When did it release? Well, I guess we'll never know. I actually should probably get through the the balance changes. I've only done like a few lines. I've barely scrolled down the page. So Hyperion getting nerfed. Oh no, big sad Hyperion. Um, they nerfed it from 400 intelligence to 350. That's not a lot of intelligence to be nerfed. Changed to gain 1 damage per catacombs level, currently bugged to 2. I swear that's in the description of it, that it gives you 2 damage per catacombs level. Hyperion. Oh, it gives 1 damage and 2 intelligence. Interesting. I didn't know that it gave 2 damage per catacombs though. That's interesting. Wither impact and implosion. Nerf radius to 6 blocks instead of 10. 10 blocks is fucking ridiculous. I mean, that is... You don't know whether that is radius or diameter. If it's diameter of 10 blocks, then that's not that much. Radius of 10 blocks? That's a 20 block diameter? That's fucking mad. That's ridiculous. Makash's Frozen Blaze dungeonized, changing to 20 in next update. Well, in the current proposals, yes, that is... they nerfed a whole bunch of requirements for things. Like, they nerfed Young Dragon to 15, Old Dragon to 15. I'm glad that they did this, by the way, because it was a pain to get anything from any non-dungeon item. It was such a pain to get it catacombs. You basically didn't get to use it at all in the catacombs before it already got outclassed by dungeon items in the catacombs. So I'm glad that they've done this, although I do worry that it will make the floors too easy. Hopefully they haven't put them too low to where you can just absolutely destroy certain, floors with the items, but I'm sure they did their due diligence. And is due diligence the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but sure, I'm pretty sure they tested it. Okay, cue the fucking I'm sure they tested it moment. That's a fucking quote. I'm sure the admins tested this. I'm sure they did that. I'm really sure they did that. But, I mean, surely they wouldn't implement something that's obviously broken, right? Anyway, regular dragon armor essence cost reduced. They didn't, actually. They said they reduced the Frozen Blaze essence cost, but they didn't say by how much. And that's really annoying. Because they said how much they, reduced some things for, like regular dragon armor essence cost reduced to upgrade 40, 20, 30, 50, 100, and 150 per star for the helmet. They did that for what they said is regular dragon armor, but what they didn't say, they listed things for the Midas Staff, the Midas Sword, but they didn't list Frozen Blaze. Why? They literally just said essence cost upgrade reduced proportionally. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. I mean, yeah, it would be lower. That makes sense. But why didn't they say how much by? Because I want to know now how much ice essence I need to 5-star my Frozen Blaze. That would be great. That'd be nice. But I'm glad they did it for other things, If they missed one item, I mean, of course it had to be Frozen Blaze, the thing that I actually will be upgrading. But I mean, it is what it is, It is what it is. It is what it is. Wait, actually, no, they did also put in Reaper Falchion, because that's a thing that I also want to upgrade. They've lowered the Catacombs requirement to 22. Ho 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 ho! That'll be interesting to try in dungeons, because I will be 5-starring my my Reaper Falchion, because I have quite a bit of undead essence that I was saving for Infiniboom. But I can put off Infiniboom if I can get a 5-star Reaper Falchion. That would be quite interesting. It'll cost not that much undead essence, but it will stop me from getting Infiniboom a little bit. Oh no. But yeah, Catacombs requirement of 22. That's quite low, to be fair. It has a multiplier, so I would be kind of concerned with how broken it would be inside of dungeons, but it is only against zombies, so surely it can't be that overpowered. And I think most people that have it upgraded and, have the catacombs requirement that it currently has have said it's not that good anyway inside of dungeons. Makash, if I drop 2 giant swords, I will be at 40 million away from a Hyperion. Could you lend me the coin to get it? I don't know much other people who are rich. Sorry, please, I don't want to lend my coins to people. I don't do it for anyone. It's just not something that I do, man. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can find someone else. Maybe. I think it's like most YouTubers wouldn't do it either. I don't know, man. I don't want to do it either, though, so sorry. Ego did a video with it. Yeah, I saw Egom's video on it. Although, Egom is very much in the stance of if it's not meta, then why use it? There's no end, there's no semblance. It's like he's in the dungeon sweat where they don't care about, fun. They just care about stats. And I guess you could say I'm in that, but for mining, I do be getting mining XP. But, you know what? It is what it is. And to be fair, that is true. So I'll give you that. But that's also why I don't recommend, there's other reasons why I don't recommend specific things in the Dwarven mines, because I actually just don't know. I only play with the best things. I don't know what's good for money and what's what's a good fucking Dwarven mine setup type thing. But yeah, there's multiple reasons for that. I like how you called him Ego, though. Ego instead of Egon. Probably not intentional, though. He hasn't actually uploaded a video in quite a while, though. From last I checked, at least. I feel like the dungeon sweat stopped playing. Because I don't see many people being like, oh, I got to certain dungeon level. I know Deathstreaks is still doing a whole bunch of dungeons. Like, he's gone to fucking Catacombs level 45, which is hella ridiculous. So, what is he at now? Is he almost at 46? You gotta respect it. That's a hell of a lot of a grind to get to Catacombs 45. He's almost at 46. Yeah, big respect to Deathstreaks. That's a big accomplishment. That's a lot of time to sink into block game. And again, so have I, but it is what it is. I think Egom is close to that. He competed with Deathstreaks to get to Cata 40. I think he was the first person to get Cata 40. He's Cata 45. Oh no, that's the same as Deathstreaks, yeah. But yeah, he's behind Deathstreaks, but Deathstreaks do be grinding though. Block game. It do be block game. It's interesting how people call it block game. But it do be block game though. Really do. Steals lives. Here? Block game steals lives. Well, if you let it, then it will. If you just say no, then it's all good. If you say no to sleep, then you never have to sleep, technically. If you don't sleep, then you don't sleep. Wise words with Makash. Okay, let's get... Actually, PSA, do sleep. It is good for your health. And a normal bodily function that you should probably do. Along with eating and drinking water. Can I get a drink water in the chat? But anyway, I should probably go through things again. I'm going to go through it a little bit faster now because I've been on it too... I've been trying to go through it, but I got distracted at multiple points. Midas stuff, it's been nerfed. Don't really care about talking about it too much. Dark goggles, shadow goggles, wither goggles, all of those have been nerfed. So Mage as a whole has been damage nerfed, which is interesting. Maybe another class will, maybe other classes will be viable. You never know. Drink water. Can you get a rock pet by mining mithril? Yes, you can. And if there was one thing for me to recommend is to mine mithril, to get your ore milestones to get the rock pet. Mithril is probably the best thing to do that, in my opinion, because it's like, why would you mine? Why would you be in the in the deep caverns mining like diamonds when you could be mining mithril and making so much more money and mining XP? It do be ridiculous for mining XP though. Like, you get so much mining XP. What was I doing? Wait, why did it go down there again? Whatever. Reaper Mask, Wither Relic, Silk Edge, and Frozen Blaze upgraded from Epic to Legendary. I like this. My Frozen Blaze armor has been buffed. I'm very happy about that. I'm surprised that it hadn't... I'm surprised that it wasn't Legendary, because the previous item that it was Epic. So in theory, if you upgrade it, it should go up a rarity to Legendary, but... yeah, I'm glad that those are a thing now. Frozen Blaze is Legendary. Very cool. Very epic. Maybe this is the buff that Frozen Blaze needed. Tarantula Helmet has now been capped at 100 extra crit damage from 1000 strength. They should do this with... well, no, there's not a lot of things there's not like you can cap the double damage from magma bow. That doesn't make sense. I mean, technically you can, right? What if you cap the amount of extra damage the double damage does up to a certain point? That would actually be a good nerf if you needed to nerf the magma bow. Actually, it wouldn't. Or would it? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one? I mean, it's probably not something many people would want, because not a lot of people like nerfs, especially a nerf to a thing like a magma bow, really cheap, basically best bow in the game. I don't know. Then they talked about how Tarantula Helmet was broken. Skeleton Pet, they reduced the cooldown by a third, or to a third of the original time, and reduced its damage by half, so it shoots more. It shoots a lot more faster, and shoots more, but does less damage because it would be a little bit too overpowered if it just had a cooldown nerf, probably. Can you get addicted to Minecraft? I mean, you can get addicted to anything, but you do have to be specific on what is an addiction versus not an addiction. I wish they did something like bestiary for mining. I mean, mining technically has it, right? It's interesting. Some skills have, like combat, bestiary thing. Fishing has a sea creature guide. I mean, it's not really the same thing. Mining has a heart of the mountain. Farming has... it doesn't have a thing in its menu, but technically it has Jacob. Enchanting doesn't have a thing, but does it really need a thing? Alchemy... as we say, alchemy, fishing, and foraging are next on the chopping block. It'll be interesting to see what the admins do with those skills, but it is what it is. There's a whole tree for mining, yeah. I wish they made the game less painful. I think they need to... like, after they've updated all the skills, I think they need to not focus on updating skill grinding as much, because skill grinding kind of came about because there was nothing left to do in skyblock, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's a system that is inherently good for the game if that's the main focus, I think, right? Because the main focus probably shouldn't be grinding, right? Like, surely grinding should be a part of the game, but main focus? Probably not, right? Probably not. But yeah. Alright, what is the next thing? Tiger Pet. I actually haven't read these buffs properly, I don't think. So the base... Oh, no, actually, no. Lion Pet is the one I haven't read properly. Tiger Pet, I know. They buffed Ferocity, the base Ferocity to 25 from 10. And they nerfed Merciless Swipe. I think Merciless Swipe is still very good of a perk. I don't know if the changes really did what they intended to do, because it still gives a lot of ferocity. 50% from 100, even though it is like, you know, halving the amount, it's still such a massive multiplier. Now, Lion Pet, add 5%, add 5 ferocity as a base stat. Kind of good. Change first pounce to increases the effectiveness of first strike and triple strike, and combo. Ooh, combo by 100%. You never know. That might be pretty good in some certain circumstances, because it already was a good pet for first strike damage, but now it's probably even better for first strike damage. So if it's like definitively the best pet if you want to one-shot something, that could be really interesting. The thing I don't like about the Tiger nerf is that they called it an early game pet. Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, every pet has an early game and a late game version, technically. You got the common version, and you've got the legendary version. And although, yeah, some pets are specifically end game, and some pets are specifically early game as well, right? You got the Ender Dragon, which... you can actually tell as well, because some pets don't have rare, uncommon, and common variants. Those are obviously like the more end game focused pets. But there are obviously end game pets that will also have common variants, but you get what I mean, I think. Hopefully. Unless I just immediately forgot what I was talking about. But, yeah. Every pet generally has its own purpose, I think. I mean, there's a lot of pets that do, right? That's specifically for Frozen Blaze Armor. That's specifically for the, what is it called? The Spooky event. That's for health. This is for farming, but specifically for farming fortune, but more crops. This is a pet that you want because you don't have to have it equipped. Same with the ghost pet, or ghoul, or whatever it's called. No, it's not ghoul. Ghost, I think. Mithril golems for mithril powder. This is for foraging, but like the late game foraging one. This is the early game foraging one. This is... actually don't fucking know. This is for mining XP. This is for increasing your tarantula minion speed. This is for that death touch ability, which I am surprised that they haven't thought is OP yet, because that's quite a lot of damage. Unless like wither, because there's probably a bunch of mobs that aren't affected by the wither effect, so that's probably why death touch is not as like, or why they think it's not as OP as like the tiger pet, for example. The thing is, I don't see death touch working a lot on a lot of things as well, and also it takes time to do, and it does not stack, which is good. If it stacked, it would be fucking broken. That's for combat XP. That's for farming XP. That's for spider. That's for tarantula slayer. This is... they buffed it because it... I don't know what it was for before. This is specifically for archer. I don't know. It's for archer, I guess. Ghoul. Magma Cube is for magma minions. And also pet score. This is for pet score. And also going through the walls. You know what I'm talking about. Same with the regular horse. This is useless. This is genuinely useless. Um, they broke this pet with the sax and the compactor. This is no longer that useful of a pet. If it perhaps gave like 12 coins instead of 10 coins, it probably would be like if it gave more than what the merchant um more than what the merchant accepts it for, then maybe that would be good, but maybe it's 10 coins because like if it was more than 10 coins that it would break by creating a dupe. I don't know. They probably need to rework the Endermite. That's for the mythological event. That's for enchanting XP. This is for ferocity. This is for the flowers. If you find a good way to farm dandelions, then this is like the best pet for that. Enderman is good for summoning eyes. This is good for chickens. Good for getting eggs, I guess. Um, they need to rework this pet. This is good for pet swapping between... Actually, is it? Wait, isn't this... I don't know. This is probably a good pet if you have diver's armor, I guess. And also legendary variant. Golem got nerfed too hard and no one uses it anymore. It might be good in some certain some situations, maybe. I don't know. Megalodon, it's a damage pet, but also a magic find pet, but also a ferocity pet. It's kind of like... It's not the jack of all trades, so it doesn't... It isn't the jack of all trades. It has some good things, like it gives you more damage, but... I don't know. Megalodon's a weird pet. Flying fish is very good if you're sweating fishing. Yeah, but isn't like the fishing strategy to use dolphin pet to fish and then squid to kill with the auto pet thing? With triple pet swap. You can fucking triple pet swap? Why? That's ridiculous, a triple pet swap. Makash, I have donated 35 euros. Let's go. Nice. Who have you donated 35 euros to? Regardless, that's pretty cool. I don't know how you would have donated 35 euros to me if you're talking about me, because I don't have any way for you to donate. I don't know. Regardless, that's pretty cool. If you donated to someone else, I don't know. I have no. I don't know what you mean, Prey. You don't. How did you donate 35 euros to me, or who? What do you mean? Pig pet? I don't know. UDIP, MVP plus, and options cape. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, you got me that Optifine cape. There we go. Oh, you sent me a link, didn't you? I don't know. Let's go to optifine.net and then go to cape. Oh no, okay, I need to do it from in-game. I forget about that. I need to go in-game and be like, bruh, MVP plus and Optifine, an options cape. Yes, options cape. Open cape editor. The cape is currently inactive. Very cool. Options cape. Be like, bruh. If you wanted it, is there. I mean, I do have the option now, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for that, Prey, although I don't know if I'll ever use it, but thank you for buying me that, I guess. Pig is good for weird AFK farming cane. You can build specific farms for it. Yeah. Like, one thing I thought, like, if they changed the pig pet in a specific way, where I think you can oh yeah, or you said AFK farming. If they made it so like the pig pet is like the legal way of nuking, like it breaks multiple things at once, then that would be kind of interesting and would be it would be a rival to the elephant pet. E:D. You're welcome. Thank you, Bray. But that would be a kind of interesting rival to the elephant pet. Like it breaks three crops in a line. Like when you ride it, it breaks three crops, and and it works with the hoe that you have out, so you don't lose any that way. And it works with like telekinesis and replenish and all that. So it's like a genuine competitor to the elephant. That would be kind of interesting, right? That would be an interesting thing. But then again, why would you have two pets that both have the same goal? Because if one of them is better than the other, then people use that one. Especially with a pig pet, because a pig pet is like a lot cheaper than an elephant. So an elephant would have to be better. Maybe it could be like a cheap elephant. That would be kind of interesting, maybe. If they just made it work with replenish and telekinesis, but then it didn't give any farming fortune, maybe. But then because it would have breaking three or more than, because you're breaking more, it may just be better than the elephant. I don't know. Maybe that's just a bad idea. But yeah, pig pet's a thing. Dolphin, yeah, I already said it's pretty much the best. I don't know why I put a washed up souvenir on it, by the way. Like, I don't do fishing, so why did I do that? I mean, I did need to change it from an XP share to something else. Wait, how much is a washed up souvenir? How much is a washed up souvenir? How much money did I spend on this? Oh, I spent money. Oh god. Why did I do that? They should make the elephant work with half crops, and then the pig work with others. Or like specific pets for a crop, like pig for carrots. That could be interesting. Like, oh no, pig for potatoes. That's such a match made in heaven. God damn. Like it gives or it like breaks three in a row, but it only works with potatoes. Maybe that would balance it a lot better, I think. That would be kind of funny as well. It'd be like, um, it'd be like uh, techno spirit fucking breaking lots of crop at once because techno blade reference moment. That'd be funny. And it would also be used by people to break techno blades or to get over techno blades number one spot, which he probably wouldn't like. It is what it is. Giraffe pet, they really need to rework that pet, but I think they know that. And lion, they already have reworked. And I guess we'll go into the lion. Let's see. What is the lion's changes again? Oh yeah, it's a good first strike pet. And they changed King of the Jungle to gain 15% more damage to mobs who have attacked you. Where would you use that? I don't know. Maybe in dungeons, I guess. Maybe because like things generally survive, the extra 15% might be an idea. I don't know. That would make the hot potato books full hard, though. That is very true. That is very true. I also think they should add more pets like Grandma Wolf that work passively. Like you could get a cool mining pet, mining 60. It'd be a lot nicer if they had more things at level, at like skill level 60. Like if you got mining level 60, then they gave you some buff or whatever. I think that's a lot better system than refraction, I think is asking for, because he's saying like, oh, if you get level 50 in all skills, or if you max all skills, then you get like a permanent buff. Instead of that, because then that is kind of a unfair advantage for people who do fishing and mining. Because like some people don't want to be generalists. Some people don't want to be generalists, but there's a different way that you can benefit the generalists other than making it so that they get a 10% or a certain stat for having all skills at level 60 or whatever. Instead of that, just make it so that when you have a skill maxed, you get a buff in that skill. And that's pretty much the same as like maybe, for example, if you get mining 60, you get a whole bunch of mining fortune or something to do with mining. You get a big buff towards mining if you get mining 60. If you reach fishing 60, maybe you get a big buff in fishing. I don't do fishing to know what would be a good buff. Maybe like a whole bunch more magic find towards fishing things, because fishing is that system where you have to get a rare creature and get a rare drop from that rare creature. So maybe, you get a massive buff to the magic find against fishing creatures if you're fishing 60. Mining 60, I can't think of anything other than a whole bunch of mining fortune. I think I would want something a little bit more fancy than just that. I had this idea that you can get an item which makes the XP boost pet mythic. So farming 60 gets you an ultimate carrot that makes the rabbit pet mythic and adds a cool perk. That's a cool idea. I like that. I like that as well. I think having a reward for getting a skill to 60 or its max level is a lot better than rewarding players for being a generalist, because it still rewards the generalists because they get that, buff in that area, in all areas then, because, they get all the skills to their max level. But it doesn't mean that, you're missing out on that 2%. And also it's good if it's related to that skill. Or at least a nice skin. I think a cosmetic would also be pretty nice, because then you don't feel like you're missing out on an all stats skill boost if you really don't want to do fishing, or if you really hate foraging, for example. You don't feel like you're forced into doing those skills, but it's a good reward for people to do those skills. It's much better to do it, per skill then. Yeah, I'm probably just rambling about the same point now. But yeah, I think that's a lot better. But anyway, I'm going to speed run this a bit more. Lion pet, interesting changes. Boss changes, so they made it so that I don't like caps because I think it's not lazy. No, it is lazy, but then again, I don't want to call the admins lazy because I don't know their situation, because they have horrible communication with the rest of the community. And then what if we say, oh, you're not putting out enough updates, and then they say oh, how dare you? Don't you know? We spend all our time working on this thing. Well, no, we don't know because you didn't say that. It'd be really great to have more communication. Come on, man. But I don't like having caps on damage, because I think it doesn't make sense, right? You should. I don't like it. I really don't. I hate damage caps because it doesn't make sense on a game design perspective. To me, I mean, yeah, it does work, right? Overpowered players can't just farm bosses that are meant for early game, but then if you're early game and you have enough damage to meet that cap, then you're kind of getting nerfed in that way for no reason. And I don't know, I just don't like this type of system. I really don't. And I think they should just make it so that it's not in players' best interests to do bosses that are too low level to them. People have done the magma boss because it does benefit late game players to have a legendary magma pet, which is what you get from the magma boss. So end game players do want to do the magma boss to do that, although legendary magma pets are probably not that expensive, are they? Legendary. A mil. For like 5 seconds of your time every 2 hours, would you want a chance at getting 1.8 mil? There's a bit of an incentive, okay? It's not a large one, but it's a bit of an incentive. So I think if there was no incentive for end game players to do early game bosses, that's a better, in my opinion, that's a better system than damage caps. But then again, that system doesn't, fix early game players getting OP weapons and destroying the early game boss. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's just my opinion. Now we move on to the Catacombs changes and Catacombs level requirements for floors. I think this is a good idea. I'm all in favor of this, actually. I just like that. Rip carries, and yeah. I think it's a good idea. They also lowered the Catacombs requirements for items to be dungeonified. I like this a lot. They should have done that a lot earlier, though. General changes and bug fixes. Lifesteal will now deal 0.5 or now heal 0.5% of your maximum health per hit. Now this is something I really need to read. Siphon will now heal 0.2% of your maximum health per hit per 100 critical damage, and an additional 0.1% per tier. As an example, if you have Siphon 3 and crit and have 500 crit damage, it'll heal 0.4% per 100, so 2% of the maximum HP per hit. It caps at 1,000 crit damage. So most of the time you're going to be hitting that cap. I don't know why the damage is so low there. That is, like, you're always going to be hitting that cap, so I don't know why they did that. And they should have just had it cap at a certain percentage. Or they should have just I don't know, that's weird. Because most of the time you're going to be hitting that cap, so why have the cap in the first place? You should just make it go to that 2%. And then have no thing for where it's like under a certain amount of critical damage you don't have certain amounts of HP. I don't know. But I think that's a good thing because, like, if you do 1 billion damage, then you get 1 billion HP in return. Doesn't really make sense from game design perspective. Frosty hits will no longer trigger lifesteal or siphon. Fair enough, fair enough. Understandable. Mana above maximum mana will be removed. That is interesting. You would have thought they would have done it a while ago, but no. I mean, overflow in mana was very good for the campfire trial. You could, use that with Withercloak and Mastiff, and you could get to campfire 30 really easily that way. And yeah, it was kind of useful in things, but I don't think it was that used to where people are going to care that much now that it's removed. It's not too bad of a nerf, I guess, to overflowing mana. So after I use my speed boost, I think I will return to reading it. Alright, there we go. I haven't minded a lot this stream, I've just been reading and chatting. I've been chatting a lot of shite this stream, it seems. Withercloak sword will be disabled when switching armor sets, and Withercloak sword ability no longer deals damage. I like this. I really like this. This is great. This is brilliant. I'm fucking happy. So happy that they did this. There's nothing more to say on that one, really. We'll have to see what you can no longer do with the Withercloak sword now. because although the obvious things have been removed, like you can't AFK ice walkers, I would assume. Well, no, actually, yeah, you definitely can't AFK ice walkers with that method. I mean, you can still do it with frozen blaze, right? But yeah, I'm glad that those AFK methods have been removed, although there's still many. Which actually, I have a remedy to the frozen blaze one, because I don't want people to get pissed at frozen blaze, because I am going to be using that armor set, and because now it's like the only thing that I can think of that people will be able to use to AFK goblin kills. People are going to start resenting frozen blaze armor, like people have resented the wither cloak sword, and I don't want that, because I'm going to use frozen blaze for not that purpose. So I'd rather not be lumped in with AFKers, because people got called cloakers because they used their wither cloak sword to, oh my god, that's a lot of golden goblins. People use their wither cloak sword to AFK things, so some people, including myself, would call them cloakers, because it makes sense, right? They use the wither cloak to do the badness. They do the AFKing with that. So I'd rather not have that with frozen blaze. So I have a solution to that one, but I'll get through the rest of the post because I'm almost done with it. I want to get it done. So I'll give you my replacement for the frozen blaze full set bonus. But after I get through, Wither monster skulls now only have 10 seconds of lifespan. This is really good because they followed you forever and you would die to that in floor 7, and I hated that. That sucked because that basically required you to have a wither cloak, otherwise you would die, and that sucked a lot. Rabbit hat jump boost on floor 7 will no longer work. Rip to people who use that. Lesser orb of healing will now work in dungeons. I thought that's what its entire purpose was, so I'm surprised that that's a thing, but no one really used it, I thought. Anyway, removing some AFK methods. Did they do things other than changing how the wither cloak works to stop some AFK methods? If so, they didn't list them, I don't think. Fixing mithril powder gain from mithril golem, sky maul, and mining pumpkins. It would be nice to know what they changed in that, but that's cool, I guess, that they fixed that. Spirit mask ability will now work in dungeons. Kind of cool. Fell sword will be fixed. Class milestones will be removed from the catacombs entrance. What? Is he going to be talking about my titanium? This is my new response to people wanting to mine my titanium. Yeah, that's my new response to people who want to mine my titanium. I say, if you can mine it, I don't mind, because I don't want them to think that I'm giving it to them for free. Like, I don't want the titanium, because I want to mine titanium, I want the money that titanium is going to currently give me, because in the future it probably won't be worth mining specifically for it. Because it'll, at its merchant price, it's only twice as valuable as mithril, and you can mine mithril so much more quickly than you can mine titanium that it's not worth the mine for specifically for it. But it's nice to have, of course, but it's not going to be the 5 times as valuable as mithril as it currently is. It's not going to be like that. And what's the last thing? Oh yeah, spirit pet. Oh wait, class milestones will be removed from the catacombs entrance. That affects like 2 people on the entire server, so that's pretty cool. And spirit pet will work even when the pet isn't selected. I swear this stream you've only made 10,000 powder. Shut up, man. I wanted to read. But that is true. I have not mined a lot this stream. And I'm probably going to end soon. Yeah, it's like 2 hours. I've gone on. Yeah, I've gone on for pretty much as long as I thought I would today. Because it's kind of late already. It's 20k actually, but it's been 2 hours, lol. I know. I've just not. I've just been like. I think it's been a good stream though. I'm happy. I've been talking a lot about things I wanted to talk about, and I think that's more important than mining. Um, in terms of the stream content, I guess I maybe maybe mining is why I'm doing this, but it's all about me talking about random shit. It's all about that. At at the end of the day, that's what the streams are, and I'm happy about that, and that's what I want the streams to be. Hell yeah. Anyway, what was the thing I was going to say? Something more important than mining? Well, it's not that much more important than mining. Or maybe it's not more important than mining at all. Maybe mining is the only goal of these streams. Maybe it's the only thing that keeps the streams going. I don't know. That was it. Spirit pet will work even when the pet isn't selected. That is good, because there was a whole bunch of things with the spirit pet being buggy as fuck, and now it's just a nice thing to have, a thing that everyone should have because you don't need to equip it. Very cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think putting an importance on mining is a bit difficult because it's like I don't have to choose. Like I do streaming and mining at the same time. It's not like one impedes the other. Well, actually, to be fair, a lot of the time me streaming makes me a lot more inefficient at mining. Even like when I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm a lot more efficient at mining then, because I usually when I go on rants, I don't like if I'm very into a rant, then well, no, it's not really a rant, but if I'm very into talking about something, then sometimes I don't, you know, I don't move my character at all and just fully focus on talking about the thing. Whereas sometimes I can mind with and talk about things. But then again, I may not be like as fully into it as I am when I'm not even controlling my character. But yeah, when I'm watching like YouTube, I'm always mining. I may not be, that efficient with it because sometimes I might, like forget to mine and then just be like this. That happens quite a lot when I'm watching YouTube while I'm mining, and when I'm watching like 30 streams or any other random streamer. Actually, now that I think about it, has Ludwig stopped streaming yet? He stopped streaming! Let's go! Ludwig has finally stopped his stream, I think. He did! He's offline! Let's go! Well, it's more like he wanted to stop stream. I'm not saying that like he should have stopped. Well, I mean, I guess he should have, but like it's not like I hated his stream or whatever. What was I talking about before the Ludwig thing? See, this is what I was talking about, going off on one tangent, then forgetting my main one. That's annoying. I mean, this one was pretty recent, so if you most likely his channel is still live. But it says offline. I don't get that. I've decided to get more minion slots with 60 mil collection. I only have a tier 7 sugarcane minion. I think the farming ones are definitely the easiest to level up though. Like farming minions are very easy because most of farming is done manually. So like the minions upgrades are probably made from how much the minion itself would make. So therefore, because you are so much more efficient than the minion, you can level it up so much quicker. Yeah, I've got all the farming ones 11 now. Yeah, farming ones are very easy to do. I think the problem with like the tier 11 minions like is that extra 2 mil is just ridiculous. That is a lot of money. And like the cobble minions actual cobble cost was like 600k. The 2 mil is what the main cost of that one. And I guess it's fair enough. Like tier 11 minions or tier 12 minions are really good. But that 2 mil really does sting. Really does sting. But yeah. But yeah, I finally got through that post. It only took me like the entire stream to it only took me the fucking entire stream to get through it. But damn. Did I go through it well? Am I right, chat? Am I right? But with Ludwig, he had organised a trip to see his girlfriend's parents, not expecting to do a 2-week stream. So while he's away, his roommates are streaming for him. Oh, is he? Oh, I thought like he was under 24 hours when I last saw his stream. He was under 24 hours to go on that, timer he had. So I thought he just, it ran out and he was able to end stream. But yeah, if it's that, then I'm surprised his stream is still going. Like the main reason I knew that Ludwig was doing that like never-ending stream is fucking Moist Critical made a video like, hey, basically this man can no longer stop streaming because he's getting showered in money, and that just sounds like a life that I would like to lead. Imagine, like, would you do that though? Would you get as much money as Ludwig got, right, per day? Because imagine it went on forever, but you had your entire life broadcasted like Ludwig did. Would you do that but forever? Because I think I might, because like being set for life like that is fucking sick, and like the way that Ludwig did it, I mean, he obviously, he had some private time, so it's not like, you can't do anything, it's not like you can't do anything private anymore. No way. Truman Show IRL. What is the Truman Show? It's at 20 right now. Oh, it's at 20. Ah. I think it was like 20 the last time I saw it as well, so maybe people have been donating. Oh no. No way. Well, I definitely consider it at least, I definitely consider it. Like, if all I need to do to be set for life is to do that, then that would be brilliant. I mean, maybe I would regret it, but, in the first couple of days, I probably wouldn't. And those would be the best days, am I right? You need to watch The Truman Show, it's a great film. The Truman Show sounds like one of those, late night shows. It's probably about that, isn't it? An insurance salesman is oblivious of the fact that his entire life is a TV show and his family members are mere actors, and he starts noticing things and uncovers the truth and he decides to escape. That is horrible. No, I would not like that. That's way too far. I would hate that. Just having your life broadcasted to Twitch in the way that Ludwig did it, that's fine. But the Truman Show, nah. That's fucked. That is hella fucked. No, that's levels. There's levels to it, and that's too far. That's at least 5,000 levels too far. God damn. Because the thing is with Ludwig, he wasn't on stream all the time, because he had his friends, basically running the stream while he was doing things in private. Some of the time, at least. A lot of the time, obviously, was broadcasted. I mean, why do sleeping streams? That is a bit. That's the part. That's like the main part, which is really weird. Is like, why would you do sleeping streams? Why? Why would like the thing is the people that watch that though, like the people that actually just sit there and watch him sleep for hours. I mean, it's not all the content, not all the time is him sleeping though, because like a lot of it, like the time that I saw him sleeping, that sounds mad. The time that I checked on his stream and he was sleeping, um, his friends were basically the main source of the content there. So it's clearly that he's, just not. That's not like him sleeping isn't the main content of that. But yeah, it'd be like that. Although it is really, he should just be like, no, maybe just don't broadcast yourself sleeping. There's a lot of media share, and his mods do a podcast type thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. He doesn't like. That's not him sleeping. Isn't the main focus there. It's people entertaining his stream while he broadcasts himself sleeping. There you go. His mods do a podcast type thing. I think I saw like Dream and. I think I saw Dream on his podcast. I wonder why he was there. Oh wait, I think Dream donated like 5k or something. I saw like a thing on YouTube of like Ludwig being like, please don't donate that, because he knows it would have added, because it added like 2 hours of stream time on. That's a lot of, although $5,000 for 2,000 hours. Like, it's not like someone could make him stream for a fucking month, because that would take way too much money. So, it's a lot of time, but for 5k, yeah, it's not too bad. But he did a video, and from it, he's only making around 10k. Yeah, Dream gifted 1k subs. Yeah, I think it was like 1.4k. I think he gifted 1k at once, but he had like 400 at other times. See, I've almost gained half of what I gained when you said I got 20k mithril powder. I've pretty much already gained 10k, and it's barely been a few minutes. I really didn't mine a lot this stream. I really didn't. But I think I should probably end stream soon. It's kind of late. Kind of epic gaming and stuff. I don't know. Although it is late, and I should probably end stream. He said for every sub, he would donate $1 to charity. So that's 80,000 to charity. Jesus. That's good. That's very nice. For every sub, he would donate $1. And a sub is like, I think a sub is $5. And it's like actually no, because he's, I was going to say it's like 2.5 to Twitch and 2.5 to him, but I think it's a better rate for him than that, because he's probably partner or affiliate or whatever the fuck. I think Twitch has like 3 different tiers of it, right? I think I'm Twitch affiliate, I think. I don't know. I don't use Twitch all that much, which is interesting, because I do actually stream on Twitch, but it doesn't feel like I do, because like most of the comments are from YouTube. I restream both to YouTube and Twitch, so it really doesn't feel like I stream to Twitch. But I am streaming to Twitch right now, but I really don't feel like a Twitch streamer. And I really have been considering just just streaming to YouTube directly and not having to go through Restream. I mean, I wouldn't get raided by people who stream on Twitch. That is another thing. But maybe I don't need to be raided. Maybe I can just, you know, be on YouTube. Maybe YouTube should just implement the raid feature. That would be brilliant. Then I can get raided on YouTube, but I couldn't get raided on YouTube by people on Twitch, so yeah, I don't know. It's $5 and Twitch takes $1. Ah, so that's good. He makes like 3 times as much as he gives to charity then. So he made like 240k from that. That's mad. Isn't that from... How long has he streamed for? 10 or 12 days, is it? Was it 10 or 12 days now? I think it was 10. I can't remember when it was 10. Is it 12 days now? He streamed for so many days. But 240k, that's a fucking lot. That's a large amount. Very large amounts. I think it's 12 days. Nice. He's almost streamed for exactly 2 weeks. Surely that's like the longest stream on Twitch now. Or just the longest stream in general, surely. I mean, other than like the 24-hour streams, but I don't think Twitch has those. I think that's only a YouTube thing. Well, I don't know. I think there's surely like 24-hour streams on Twitch, right? Because I think the longest YouTube stream's like a few months. Or with tax and paying his mods, he's not making as much as that. That is true. Damn, Twitch mods get paid? I didn't know that. I mean, moderating that large of a chat, they probably would deserve to be, you know? Especially since if it's a 24 hours, not a 24-hour stream. Well, no, yeah, 24-hour for 12 days. So, that is a full-time job. In fact, that's multiple full-time jobs for people in multiple different time zones. Hell yeah. He said he was paying them because they were staying up all night entertaining the stream. Ah, I see. That's nice. I thought you had to pay Twitch mods by that, by what you were saying then. But it's good that he paid them if he didn't have to. And he also lives in California, which taxes heavily. Yeah, I think California's income tax rate is like 50%. California income tax. 1%, 2%. What? They have a whole bunch of brackets. Jesus. Hello, Beast Gamer. Welcome to the stream. So California state tax. 1%, 0 to 8k to 9k pretty much. 2% is 9k to 21k. 4% is 21k to 33k. 6%, that's a lot of... That is so many different tax brackets. The highest is 12.3% on 600k or more. They have to pay like normal taxes, then state tax. I don't get America. Oh. They have 2 different taxes? That's fucking mad. That's ridiculous. Damn. That's an F for the Americans. I mean, in the UK we have, what was it? The 20% tax bracket and the 40% tax bracket, I'm pretty sure. And then we've also got the one where you've got, what was it, a non-taxable allowance up to a certain point. Then you get taxed 20% on a certain amount. Then you get taxed on 40% over a certain amount. Or is it 45? I don't know. But states like Texas don't have state tax. Damn. America is an interesting place. Very interesting place. Lots of different things in America. and it's probably why they don't get the rest of the world sometimes. It's because the rest of the world is very different as well. But that's the case with everything. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Maybe I should end the stream. I'm just before I start saying like, oh, America bad. But America's not bad. America is chill. America's chilling and vibing and stuff. No, I mean no country is really bad, you know. Although maybe some maybe some countries are actually, you know, bad. But I'd say most countries are just looking out for their people in it. That's the goal of a country, isn't it? To serve its people. Actually, in my topics thing, I did have a. Oh yes, okay. Before I go about some names got banned. What? I did not hear that. I will have a look at that after stream. But yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, the replacement for the Frozen Blaze full set ability. Because if they wanted to remove the Frozen Blaze full set ability, then what I think they should replace it with. In fact, wait, hold on, let me mine the titanium, because I think I'll end stream here. And then go to my island. But yeah, what I think they should change the Frozen Blaze full set ability bonus to, if they want to get rid of the Frozen Blazing Aura one, which is not that useful, other than like I guess AFKing on public islands, which they don't want, I don't think. But if they had to change the full set ability, what I think they should do is what I've written down is, as a replacement for the Frozen Blaze full set ability, it buffs the Frostfire Blade Sword. And the Frostfire Blade Sword, its general concept, I don't have stats or anything, but the general concept of the sword is that it does a lot of damage, but halves your attack speed as a result. And I think that would be a pretty interesting weapon. What do you think? I mean, it would kind of be like... That would go really well with the changes that they made to the lion pet. So it'd be really good for the first hit. And after that, maybe not so much. And maybe that's a bad idea. Or maybe that's a good idea. Actually, it'd be really interesting as well, wouldn't it? Because, like, you could have, like, an auto-pet rule to where if your whole... I mean, I don't think this is an auto-pet rule, but maybe they could add it as an auto-pet rule. Although with Frozen Blaze, you want to use the Blaze pet, right? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Shit. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. God damn it. I still like the idea of that sword, though. Although with sword swapping, it'll be OP. That's another shit. God, you're fucking countering my idea here. I don't like it. You're fucking giving actual reasons why my idea is not a good plan. God damn it. No. It'll be OP with sword swapping. You couldn't even use lion pet with it. Oh, that's annoying. But it's still a cool sword. Yeah, I like the idea for the sword, but I think there's a lot of issues with it being buffed by the Frozen Blaze armor. I do like the idea of the sword though. I like that idea. Emerald Blade and Giant Sword ruin sword swapping anyway. Yeah. I have an Emerald Blade for that very reason. I mean, it's just... I mean, I personally think it's better than the Giant Sword, but it is because I have as much money as I do. But yeah. It is very overpowered, that weapon. But I like the idea of that sword, but I think they definitely should change the Frozen Blaze armor set ability, because the current one is not that great. There should be a full set ability, and those are pretty much the reasons. Like the current one is not that great, and it's also an issue because it allows players to AFK on, it allows players to do the AFK methods that they don't want. So they should change it, but I don't know. They should do that though. They should add weapons that do better with a full set of armor. Yeah, that would be cool. There's just so many ideas in the community, but the only thing is that they can't implement all of them because they don't implement enough as it is. It's like there's so many good ideas, but they can't all get implemented because they don't implement enough anyway. It's annoying, but yeah, I think that's good as well. They should add weapons that do better with a full set of armor. Yeah, it's like what is it? The zombie knight sword, right? That has that ability, I think. Yes, this is it. This is it. This is the exact thing that we're talking about. The problem is 30 strength is fuck all. That's their problem in my... Oh wait, what is it? I think they're trying to be too ambitious. That's their problem in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, people suggesting updates maybe, but I still think the admins don't. It's like it's like, do they update the game enough? It seems like they updated the same amount before they got the new stuff that they have, but I think they just need to be a lot more transparent with how their development process whatever is. They need to be a lot more transparent with that because I don't know. I mean, the admins are too ambitious. Yeah. I mean, with dungeons, they said they were like, oh, they said that like they were way too ambitious with what they wanted to do with dungeons, and they said they were too ambitious with what they wanted to do with the Dwarven Mines update, but they had to cut back, and they want to do a part 2 of the Dwarven Mines. See, the admins are too ambitious, so even the admins admit that they need more staff. The players see that the admins need more staff. So as a result, with their update where they introduce a lot more methods of getting money into the server so they can pay for more staff, they should probably get more staff. You know what I mean? What does that even mean? Dwarven Mines just rewrote mining. That is true. I think the Dwarven Mines update was really good though, but obviously I'm biased here, but I think it was a really good update. What does that even mean? What are you specifically referencing, Sean Artific? Have I collected my tarantula minion? I need to remake this thing. It's a piss. There's a piss take? No, it's annoying to get in and out of the thing. I don't like doing that because then it fills my sack with junk. I don't need to collect it. All that for just not being able to collect it. Ambitious. Ambitious means they want to do more than they have the ability to do, right? Their eyes are bigger than their stomach. As another analogy that probably doesn't help with explaining it, but yeah, they want to implement more than they can in the time that they have, right? That's kind of what it is. But yeah, I really need to end stream. Thank you guys for watching. Also save minions for Derpy. I will try. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next stream. No clue when that will be. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Very cool, very epic, very gaming, you know. Maybe like the stream. Maybe subscribe. Maybe don't follow on Twitch, because you never know, I may not stream on Twitch ever again. Never know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, good night, because it is like 12 AM for me. Very cool. So yeah, see you.